Hi everyone, in this video I'll do some testing on the saws for some of the popular pocket-sized multi-tool. They include the following: Leatherman Juice CS4, Victorinox Farmer, Victorinox Huntsman, Victorinox Camper, Victorinox Swisschamp, Victorinox Delemont S17. Each of these tools are brand new, and all of them will do 12 rounds of sawing through a semi-hard, dry wood beam. And to be fair, I will follow a schedule that will alternate the order of testing, so there'll be less favoritism towards who go first or last. And after the sawing, we'll do some scraping tests to see whether the saw has other usage other than the sawing. The result will be pretty straightforward as a go or no go. So here are our contestants. Leatherman Juice is without doubt one of the most popular multi-tools that offers pliers head while remains a pocketable size. Most Leatherman multi-tool saw work on the pull stroke, and Juice CS4 is no exception. The saw blade is the stiffest from all contestants, but the tool configuration on the outside doesn't offer a very ergonomic handling. Taking away the fastest and slowest sawing time, it has an adjusted average sawing time of 167 seconds. It is about 27% slower than the group average. For scraping tests, it did well on fat wood, magnesium bar and ferro rod. Victorinox 93mm Alox Farmer is a wildly popular pocketable tool, mostly because of its beefier blade than its 91mm Swiss Army siblings, good selection of tools, and durable scale. Being a popular choice for the outdoor community, it has the same saw as all the 91mm cylinder models. Taking away the fastest and slowest sawing time, Farmer has an adjusted average sawing time of 144 seconds. It is 9% slower than the group average. For scraping tests, it did well on fat wood, magnesium bar and ferro rod. Victorinox 91mm Camper is a close relative to the 93mm Alox Farmer. The major difference is Camper has the signature Swiss Army knife cylinder scale. It has a corkscrew, which is something that you won't see on the 93mm models. The saw is exactly the same one you have seen on the 93mm Farmer. Taking away the fastest and slowest sawing time, Camper has an adjusted average sawing time of 118 seconds. It is 11% faster than the group average. For scraping tests, it did well on fat wood, magnesium bar and ferro rod. Victorinox 91mm Huntsman is a very popular model among Swiss Army knife models, and arguably one of the best multi-tool perfect for the pocket EDC. It has the same saw that all 91mm models shares. Taking away the fastest and slowest sawing time, Huntsman has an adjusted average sawing time of 121 seconds. It is 9% faster than the group average. For scraping tests, it did well on fat wood, magnesium bar and ferro rod. Swisschamp is one of the flagship multi-tool models of Victorinox. It has been a popular model since its predecessor, Champion, first came out in 1960s. Swisschamp hosts almost all the commonly seen 91 model tools, and its thick handle does offer the good ergonomics for sawing. I purposely include this tool in pocket-size category for comparison, but to be fair, I think it is a pocketable size tool with a mid-sized tool weight. Taking away the fastest and slowest sawing time, Swisschamp has an adjusted average sawing time of 115 seconds. It is 13% faster than the group average. For scraping tests, it did well on fat wood, magnesium bar and ferro rod. Victorinox Delemont S17 has a direct lineage from its previous brand, Wenger, and offers the same tool sets as the Victorinox Huntsman. Unlike the Victorinox 91mm models, Delemont S17 has a shorter body and saw at 85mm, and the contoured red and black texture scale is also different. Taking away the fastest and slowest sawing time, S17 has an adjusted average sawing time of 129 seconds. It is 2% faster than the group average. For scraping tests, it did well on fat wood, magnesium bar, and ferro rod. Based on the adjusted average, the best performer is the Victorinox Swisschamp, while the worst performer is Leatherman Juice CS4, with a 46% slower adjusted average. And in general, I would say most of the standard Victorinox 91mm model did quite well. As for scraping tests, I feel the stiffer saw blade of Leatherman CS4 has a slight advantage for scraping, but in general, all these tools pass with flying colors. The control saw I use is a Silky Boy 170mm with medium teeth. It has a long 6.5-inch saw, eliminating the fastest and slowest time. The adjusted average after 12 rounds of sawing is 22 seconds. Silky Boy 170 also passes all the scraping tests with ease. Let's look at their respective results. With 8 tool layers, Swisschamp has the fastest sawing time at 115 seconds. In contrast, Camper and Huntsman, with a lot less tool layers, perform 3 to 6% slower. But I think the results are too close to make that call, so I'll call it a draw. If we compare all the results from Victorinox 91mm Celador models to the Victorinox Farmer, it does seem that Celador have a slight advantage over the Victorinox scale. I think part of the reasons could be Victorinox model is slightly more slippery to hold with dry hands, and another possible reason could be ergonomics. Victorinox models tend to be slimmer in profile, and the lanyard ring towards the palm may make it a little less comfortable to saw. Comparing two multi-tools with identical tool sets, Victorinox Delemont S17 has an adjusted average sawing time of 129 seconds, while Huntsman has 121 seconds as a result. I'll say the 6% result difference is too close to make that call. Only Leatherman Juice CS4 is sawing on a pull stroke. The rest of the other 5 tools from Victorinox are using neutral teeth saw, so it would be unfair to judge whether Victorinox neutral teeth saw is indeed better than the Leatherman's pull stroke saw. But my subjective feeling is the short handle of pocket-sized tool won't offer a full grip like mid or large size MT, so a neutral teeth saw may work faster, especially if you are pushing from your palm. Of course, how you hold your tool may affect the result as well. I was surprised by how comfortably and how fast the Swisschamp can saw, and I personally consider it as the best ergonomic of the group. And if we look at the standard deviation of all the results as a sign for good handling or ergonomics, Victorinox Camper seems to have the best handling in the group, while Swisschamp is close second. After 2.5 hours of sawing, my takeaway lesson is, if you occasionally need to saw through resized dry wood, then a pocket multi-tool saw will take good care of you. But if you need to saw through large volume or leg-sized wood, then you'll be much better off with a large folding saw like Silky Boy or Baccio Lab Blender. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned. There will be more testing videos up and coming, and if you like what you see, please do feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.